Discipline is not a spark that burns for a while and fades away. It's the quiet, consistent flame that never goes out. The invisible thread that holds your life together when everything else falls apart. It's the quiet decision you make when no one is watching, when comfort is calling, and when progress feels distant. It's the decision to rise, to build, to endure. Most people wait for motivation to appear. But motivation is unreliable. It's emotional, fleeting, and conditional. Discipline, on the other hand, is unconditional. It's what gets you up before dawn, keeps you working long after you're tired, and pushes you through the days when inspiration disappears. Discipline is not about feeling like it. It's about doing it regardless of how you feel. Because feelings change, but actions accumulate. Every disciplined action, every workout done, every distraction resisted, every promise kept, is a vote for the person you want to become. It's a small whisper that says, I choose growth over comfort, effort over ease, future over now. And over time, those whispers turn into a roar. Not a loud, showy roar, but the quiet confidence that comes from self-respect. Because nothing builds self-respect like keeping the promises you make to yourself. Every time you follow through, you increase your trust in your own word. And when you trust yourself, truly, you become unstoppable. Discipline turns time into an ally instead of an enemy. It transforms ordinary days into steps forward. It compounds, grows, multiplies. While others hesitate, you evolve. While others scroll, you build. While others make excuses, you make progress. That is the secret few understand. Discipline is freedom disguised as restriction. It may seem like you're giving something up. Comfort, rest, fun. But you're not. You're gaining sovereignty. You're gaining mastery over your time and mind. You're taking back control from the chaos of emotions and impulses. Because freedom doesn't mean doing whatever you want. True freedom means having the strength to do what matters, even when you don't want to. The world celebrates talent, but talent is overrated. Talent can be beaten by discipline 1,000 times over. Because talent may open the door, but only discipline keeps it from shutting. Discipline is what separates good from great, the talkers from the doers, the temporary from the timeless. It's sacrificing the thrill of now for the satisfaction of later. It's saying no to temporary pleasure so you can earn permanent peace. And that sacrifice, that quiet struggle no one sees, is where your character is built. You learn resilience when you don't quit. You build patience when you trust the process. You develop courage when you act despite fear. Discipline transforms not by explosion, but by erosion. Bit by bit, it wears down your weaknesses until what's left is sharp, steady, unshakable strength. You'll notice it when chaos doesn't shake you anymore, when setbacks feel like cues to rise, not reasons to stop, when you move with calm consistency instead of anxious rush. That's when you'll realize discipline doesn't just build habits, it builds identity. At first, discipline feels difficult, unnatural, even forced. But one day, it becomes automatic. You stop fighting yourself. You stop needing to be pushed. You become the kind of person who simply does what needs to be done. You stop chasing motivation because you've become momentum. Every morning now has meaning. Every evening, reflection. Every task, purpose. You no longer waste time on what doesn't align with your future, because you finally understand that what you do daily is shaping who you are becoming permanently. The disciplined life may seem hard from the outside, but inside it's peaceful. It's built on structure, on intention, on clarity. Discipline simplifies. It removes confusion, removes hesitation, removes chaos. Because when you live by principles, You don't need to make emotional decisions all day. The choice is already made. You just follow through. That's what gives disciplined people their power. They don't debate with comfort. They don't negotiate with temptation. They've already decided. And that decision, kept daily, builds quiet strength that no storm can shake. Discipline is also teaching yourself patience, the art of doing the right thing long enough for results to show. In a world that rewards speed, you choose depth. While others chase what's next, you focus on what's necessary. You know that real transformation takes time, years, not days. And yet you still show up with full effort and quiet faith. That's the paradox. Discipline is slow, but its rewards are permanent. Motivation is fast, but its rewards vanish quickly. Every disciplined act is a seed. You may not see the tree yet, but underground, the roots are spreading, stronger, deeper, steadier. That's why every single repetition matters. Every consistent effort, no matter how invisible, is a message to your future. I'm not waiting for success. I'm building it. Discipline also confronts your emotions. It trains you not to be ruled by them. Anger tells you to react. Discipline says respond. Fear tells you to retreat. Discipline says move forward. Doubt whispers, what if I fail? Discipline replies, then I'll try again. Every time you choose discipline over emotion, you strengthen your mind's command over your body. And eventually, your emotions start to follow your purpose, not the other way around. That's real power, not strength through domination, but strength through self-control. Discipline is the mirror that reflects who you truly are. It reveals what you value, what you're willing to sacrifice for. It exposes your excuses, your patterns, your limits, so you can break them. And when you learn to love the process more than the praise, you'll no longer need the world's validation, because you'll already have your own respect. Most people underestimate quiet consistency. They think success is explosive, sudden, dramatic. But greatness is almost always silent. While others are showing off online, the disciplined are building offline. While others celebrate, the disciplined refine. While others talk, the disciplined transform. This is not punishment. This is preparation. Because when opportunity finally comes, it's too late to prepare. You either have the discipline or you don't. And if you have it, if you've trained in silence, if you've stayed true to the small habits no one praised, that moment becomes yours. The world calls it luck. You'll call it proof. Discipline is also compassion, tough love for yourself. It's saying, I deserve more than shortcuts. It's choosing responsibility over regret. When you live with discipline, your life becomes aligned. Your purpose gets clearer. Your energy gets cleaner. Your focus becomes laser sharp. You stop chasing 10 things halfway and start pursuing one thing completely. And with time, life itself bends around your consistency. Doors open, people notice, opportunities appear. Not because of magic, because of math. Compounded consistency always wins. There will be days when you stumble, days when the weight feels heavy, days when progress feels invisible. That's when discipline tests you. That's when most people stop, but not you. Because discipline has taught you to keep moving, not faster, but forward. Even one small step counts. Even an inch forward matters. Because discipline knows, it's not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about showing up again, even after you fall. It's about finishing, even when no one claps. It's about doing it right, not because it's easy, but because it's who you've chosen to be. One day, you'll wake up and realize, the person who once struggled to stay consistent has become the most reliable version of themselves. You'll see it in your posture, your patience, your peace. You'll feel it in how little small things bother you anymore. Because discipline has trained your mind to stay still in any storm. You'll see that you no longer chase the high of achievement, because being consistent itself feels like victory. That is the true transformation. When discipline stops being something you do and becomes something you are. You no longer think, I have to wake up early. You think, this is who I am, someone who honors my goals. You no longer say, I'll try. You say, I'll continue. At that point, quitting feels unnatural, consistency feels normal, and success feels inevitable. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality, between who you are and who you are capable of becoming. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Discipline starts the moment you decide that actions matter more than moods, the moment you choose structure over chaos, intention over impulse, the moment you tell yourself, I will do it, even if I don't feel like it. That choice, repeated daily, will change everything. Because one day, when you look back, you'll realize discipline didn't just shape your habits. It shaped your character, your future, your destiny. You'll see that the life you once admired from a distance wasn't built in one giant leap, but with small, quiet, repeated decisions made in silence.